That guy's been raping you since
Leave
you
me
were 12 years
alone.
old?
Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
That guy's been raping you since
Leave me alone.
That's okay, I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay, it's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's...
Alright, so we have a storm, so there's a little lag there, I guess, or Mr. Perry's doing that, I don't know. I don't care right now. But he did type in my phone, you're out. So, are you threatening me, Mr. Perry, again? The guys recorded that. They've already talked to the judge about it. Okay? So that threat, specifically, is duly noted for the record. They record everything you do in my phone. And I've told you that over and over and over and over. So, let's try this again. We got a McNamara email. Today, we got a Double Jeopardy email. We got a Mike was drugged email. We got ringtone emails. We got Yellow Brick Road emails. We got make her leave Oklahoma and give her a bus pass and don't let her go to New Mexico email. Bunches of them. Thousands of them. We got pull her over emails. We got take her car away from her emails. Threat after threat after threat. McNamara email. Fabian puzzle. Mike was drugged. Jean Mitchell. How did she know my legal argument before I made it? Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Mr. Perry. Blankenship, Desiree, Geppetto, your witch, Sanjay, your hacker, Oscar, Mr. Bettencourt, Bald Fat Calvin, Lucius, Lawrence, Andrew, Kate, Renee, Beverly, Reuben James, Andrew Lawrence, Richard Dickey. I mean, I'm naming your people. Who's the Muffin Man? Now we got a new code word. We got to run the gingerbread on her. Gingerbread Man. Okay, so we got the Hansel and Gretel means you get lure me to some place where you're going to do some kind of harm. Rumpelstiltskin is getting the name, right? Guess her name. Get her to say her name. Ratatouille's take her to dinner so you can get information we can use to hurt her. Rapunzel is getting the victim to be... You guys human traffic. Those are your code words for your human trafficking. Papa John's means to make delivery of the victim to the buyer. Right? So now we got a new one tonight. Gingerbread Man. Because when you contact me, we get more. You're not going to get a date with me. I can't stand you. I moved twice not to have any contact with you. No conflict. I don't ever want to have to hear what you think. I don't want to fight. I don't want to have drama. So I moved twice and completely changed my life. And you come bring the fight where I am. You broke into my home. You've raped me and raped me and robbed me and ripped up everything I have and ruined everything I love and raped, and you're getting kicked off me. And here's the thing. Everyone gets rejected. Everyone else moves on. They don't put cameras in somebody's home. They don't sell them online or human traffic them. They don't say, I'm going to starve you till you lie. I'm going to make it where you have no food. The only thing that I'm better than is a jail cell or a dumpster. I'm that bad. You know you are that bad. I mean, we don't even know what to say to that. But you seem to forget who it is you're talking to, Mr. Perry, every time you threaten me. I'm going to starve you till you lie. You're out. I'm out where? Out to where, sir? Why are you in a state where you don't live and you don't legislate, making me a victim of your crime 24/7? Everyone else moves on. Why can't you keep up with everyone else? Why are you imposing delusion and strangeo and creepster crap and criminal activity on people in a state where you don't live, citizens in a state where you don't live? Why are you doing that? So what's today, yesterday? It's the 18th of June, 2023. This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcast. He's a stalker. You're rejected and told on. Rejected and told on. For a decade. Not a day. Not a week, not a month, not a year, 10 years. Every day, all day long. You guys are running around going, who's our leaks and who are they leaking to? But you act like you think you're getting away with something, and we're all confused. What is it you think you're getting away with? We don't ask who the leaks are. You can't name one of my guys. Name one guy, quote one meeting. Now remember who it is you're talking to when you got to threaten and threaten and threaten and threaten. So you don't have a date, you don't have a love life, you don't have shit. You don't have a cover-up. You spent millions of dollars buying us intel. Like your little wedding cake bullshit today. What was that? I told you, stay away from me. Didn't I? I told you, you get anywhere near me, I'll scream and yell, and if you continue to advance toward me, you're going to get the shit beat out of you. You're going to get the shit beat out of you. So, what's a wedding cake for? You forged my name without my consent, against my will, to a document. Now you want to have a ceremony to cover up your forgery. You are not loved, you are not wanted, you're rejected, and you're told on. Sir, you had a voyeur problem, and you can't control it. So you're doing the same thing a little child can do. Go gather up the dollies, sit in front of the TV, watching Frozen, pretending. And that's the best you can do. It's all you've done for 10 years. And cause trouble. And commit one crime after another after another. So, our shrink said, he doesn't want to date with Cynthia. It's not about that. Because if you want to date with her, you'll do what she likes. She's told you what she likes. She doesn't like getting creeped on. Doesn't like voyeurs, doesn't like men who can't respect boundaries. She'll only go out with men if they make sure she doesn't miss a meal. You're running around telling everybody that you're going to starve her till she lies. Then you want the lie, not her. You don't respect her. You don't respect the law. You just want to lie. You want to harass, and you want to threaten, and you want to bully. And that's what you want. That's, you're going to make a profit, right? You're going to make a profit selling me. You're extorting money, sir, every time you cost me money trying to starve me until I lie. So when you do that, though, what happens? Do you get your date or your lie or your information or as to who's helping me, who's leaking or who they leaking to? Absolutely nobody's going to help you with that. Never have, never will. We control the flow of information. Always have, always will. It's not up to you. It is never up to you. You can't control yourself. You're doing some things that are deviant and very offensive, and they're making everybody want to vomit. You make people sick at their stomach. You're creepy as fuck. You're creepy as fuck. You're as abnormal as they get. Very, very abnormal. It's sicko. You're a fucking sicko. So, we get information, and you can't. You're asking about leaks. We don't ask those kind of questions. Name one of my guys, Mr. Bentoncourt, quote one meeting, Oscar. Oh, yeah, you can't. Nobody will help you. Because you are making people very angry, Mr. Perry. Very, very, very angry. What my guy said, Charles, is if you want help, it is completely inappropriate for you to contact Cindy. First thing you have to do, if you want me to give you the time of day, is act like you understand what I'm saying. Follow the verbal command of a police officer. You are to give back what you took and you get the hell out of her life. You give back what you took, you fix what you broke, and get the fuck out. Only then will I call you. I need to know that you understand me. If you can't understand what people say, you're wasting my time. And nobody wastes my time. So I'm not going to call you. She's not going to help you. What's going to happen is you're going to jail. All the stuff that we're getting that you just said in your people's names, that is for court, sir, for you to go to jail. Then you can't bother me ever again. There's no more rape. There's no more creeping, peeping. There's no more taking my money. Bald fat Calvin. It's done. You're gone. Everybody is so tired of this. Everybody is so sick of you, Charles, that we can get information, snap of a finger. You forget who it is you're talking to. Right? You're just not all there. That's what the guy said today. I'm sick and tired of this bitch. I listened to her. He said she changed her mind. I listened to her podcast. I didn't get that at all. I got the same thing she always says. Fuck off. Get the fuck away from my family. Get your hands out of my fucking wallet. Go be normal. Get out of my life. I moved twice to get away from you. I've tried 11 times to get a judge to make you leave me alone. And you buy your way out. You pussied up. You didn't overcome my evidence. You didn't do shit. Now, 7 years after your little false arrest thing, you have this email. One email that's talking about, I remember distinctly, Chris and Irene are sharpening their knives. I remember saying that. And I remember it was about the school. Other than I have no fucking idea what that email was about. It was that insignificant. When you want to change a law, when you want to change something like that, you hit the point over and over and over and over, and you have to, because it takes thousands of people to pass a law in any state. You have to talk to a lot of people. Not one guy, one email to one guy, and it's all supposed to change. You are fucking stupid. I'm seasoned, and you are new then. I've been in politics all my life. My granddad was a chief. Mr. Perry, what did I say about what happens when you contact me? Mr. Perry, he's typing in my other phone. What happens when you contact me? No one helps you, and we get more intel. Nothing else has happened in 10 years but that. All day, every day. Granddad was the chief of police. Granddad was its county treasurer. Granddad was GOP chairman of the Republican Party for his county. Granddad's city councilman. I grew up in his house. Right? We lived right down the street. A lot of times I stayed with them. I was around it all my life. I was in it for much longer than you were. Long before you were. You ruined my career. And you're going to pay for that. There's going to be a day of court. We're gathering the intel for court. And you're going to go to jail. And you're not going to hurt anybody ever again. And you're going to pay for what you've done. Everybody has to pay some sort of consequence for the decisions we make. Some consequences are good. Some are bad. It depends on what we're doing. We're all grown people. We know that. You're a grown-ass man. Why don't you act like one? Huh? Everybody's tired of this, Mr. Perry. That's why we can get information. Snap of a finger. You can't name one of my guys. Nobody will tell you anything, will they? You can't quote one meeting. Nobody will help you with this. He said he'll call you. He will. I'm never going to help you. We all want you gone. I came to Oklahoma to be with my family and have no further contact with you at all. Grow up and act your age and act like a man and keep up with the rest of us and move on. We all get rejected. We all move on. You're a failure that you can't even keep up with just average everybody else. Complete fail. So that's your problem. You're going to pay for that. Nobody's picking a fight with you. You brought the fight here. Matt, We hear the recordings of you constantly. Did we not get her served? Can we not get her served? Oh my God. What in the fuck? I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it's a state thing or if it's a federal thing. I don't know if it's actually filed or if you're trying to file. I don't know what it is. What the prosecutor told me is you don't need to respond at all. I'm going to respond. He's going to jail. You go into a court and you lie and over and not just once and over and oh, I'm going to put your ass in jail. Period. So you don't need to worry about this. But yeah, he is whining and complaining. He wants to serve you. He wants to serve you. They want to serve. Charles, shut up. Shut up. Get the fuck out of my phone. Did I ask you what you think? Oh, fuck no. Nobody cares what you think. Nobody understands why you think we care what you think. No one understands why the fuck you think that. You're fucking delusional. You aren't asked. We're all sick of how you think and you feel. You're in a state where you don't live. You're an imposition. You're a burden. You've blown people's lives up. You're hated. You're making everybody uncomfortable. So we're quoting you. You're not quoting us. We're naming your people. You're not naming ours. Get a grip on reality and fucking stop contacting me. Stop it. Stop contacting me. So what Mr. Perry does every day is he could do that, contact me, and start threatening me. So then my guys get mad and they start finding out what they're up to, and we get recordings of their meetings where they try to make me fail. Every day, these guys, men, sit down and have a meeting how to make one woman fail. Wow, I'm that effective at what I'm that good at what I do. Mind blowing. So then we'll start putting out what they're talking about, and then they get mad. Who told? Who leaked? Who told? Who leaked? And who are they leaking to? Who? Take her car away. Pull her over. Take her car away. Pull her over. Take her car away. Pull her over. Oh my God. Constantly with these people. So we're quoting them, and then they are all mad, and they're all fighting with each other. And Mr. Perry did it again today, sat back and jacked off, didn't you? You get off on pissing everybody off. You can't control a very sick weirdo problem, right? No control at all. It is pathetic. You are pathetic. You are embarrassing. Why you're not embarrassed, no one understands. You sure shit should be. I would die. If I had a problem like you have, I would fucking die. So, that in fact, when he contacts me, we find out more. He's got Huntington's disease. We found that out, not Tourette's. It does cause, I guess, some involuntary muscle movements like Tourette's. But it also causes severe delusion, hallucinations, psychosis, certified, diagnosed Looney Tooney, impaired cognitive reasoning. Can't do cause and effect. Here's the cause. When you fuck with me, you get caught. Same thing every day for 10 years. When you fuck with me, you get caught. Easy cause and effect. A 2-year-old could figure this out by now. It's every day, all day long, for 10 years. You fuck with me, you get caught. You contact me, we get more. You take my money, we get more. Your guy said, when Charles pesters Cindy and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. She always finds out before. She was supposed to know there was an affidavit lie that we were going to force her to sign against her will under a lot of duress. Starve her till she lies. Right? The only thing, even Mr. Perry knows, the only thing that he's better than is a dumpster in a jail cell. He knows he's that pathetic. So, when you contact me, we find out more. You piss me off, you piss my guys off, then we quote y'all, and then it pisses all your people off. Now both sides are pissed off. And you sit there and get a kick out of pissing everybody off, don't you? Look, I controlled everybody's mood today. I think I'm God. Right. Okay, but we've always controlled the flow of information for years. We always will. We control the flow of information. We got your names. We got quotes of your meetings, and it is never up to you. Is it up to you, Mr. Perry? Oh, fuck no. Never is it up to you. Because most guys see you like this guy. Garbage. When a woman says, leave me the fuck alone, leave me the fuck, then leave her alone. You're not wanted. You're rejected. You're a fail. I don't go out with men who can't respect boundaries and that creeping people all fucking day. Pervert around. I don't go out with cop killing perverts. I don't go out with voyeurs. I don't go out with men who can't respect my wishes and my rights and make sure I never miss a meal. Saeed and my ex-husband both were probably the most significant relationships that I've been in for a long time. And neither one of them, both of them made sure I didn't miss a meal. Both of them made sure they supported my career. They didn't ruin my career. They didn't ruin my reputation. They didn't try to force me to do anything. Sure as shit, not lie for them. Here's my horrible crime. You lie. That is organized crime. Coercion is a crime. Extortion is a crime, Mr. Perry. So you guys are stealing my money, and you've told everybody who will listen, we're going to starve her till she lies. We're going to make sure she can't make any money until she just call and take her car and make her destitute. And when she's digging out of a dumpster, then she'll lie for us. Right, poking peep and pink panty, pathetic Perry? That's what your guy calls you. Your people don't even respect you. Even your people don't respect you. Another guy said we've never had one figure out we had cameras in their house or that we were selling them online against their will. Freeloaders, not paying them a dime. We're starving them while we break it in. Freeloaders. You're freeloaders. You're fucking freeloaders. Right? I don't know. I don't have any words for that. It's disgusting to the rest of us. You are disgusting. We've never had one send us an invoice or sue us or solve a murder that we committed to cover all that up. Your guy said that. So why is it you always forget who it is you're talking to, Mr. Perry? You got Alzheimer's too? We got to say the same thing for you over and over and over and over and over, and you just don't get it still. We name your people. You're not naming ours. We're quoting your meetings. You're not quoting ours. Don't forget who the fuck it is you're talking to. We have stuff nobody else has. Right, Muffin Man? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You're out. We're going to get you. We're going to take your car. We're going to starve you till you lie. Oh, my God. Wow. You're a fucking pussy coward. And nothing more. You don't beat down women and think that makes you attractive or tough. You're by yourself, all shriveled up, all old and pathetic, with a fucking doll. Running around asking, who told on me? Who's telling on me? Who told on me? Got your passy and your blinky. Who the fuck acts like that? Why can't you act your age? Why aren't you embarrassed as fuck? We are. We're embarrassed for you. We're embarrassed by you. Nobody acts like that. Why can't you keep up with everybody else? Everybody else moves on. You're not entitled to a date. You're not entitled to a lie. You're not getting away with crime, bitch. That's what the guy said. She finds out every time. What is it the fucker thinks he's getting away with? And I'm sick and tired of him acting like he thinks I'm stupid. Charles, when you contact me, we find out more. We're using that in court already. You're going to jail. It's going to be used to get a conviction against you. You've made it pile up so high we're not sure what to do with all of it. For you, they want all of you at the same time. But for you specifically, there's a fucking pile. Because you can't control yourself. I don't even know what to say. How embarrassing. How fucking embarrassing for you. You can't control yourself. Dear God. Man. Okay, next thing. Okay, so we did this podcast yesterday about easy cause and effect. When you contact me, when you invade my privacy and peep and creep, when you hack me, when you cause a problem or a loss for me, we get more. Duh. Like a 2-year-old could have gotten there faster, Mr. Perry. Can't even keep up with normal. Just average normal. Okay, Here's the disclaimer. Everybody look at it. We assert all constitutional rights, especially equal protection, TPD. See? Stalkers use technology to stalk. So he's typing in my phone. You're out. I'm going to starve you till you lie. Blah, blah, blah. You know, every day it's something. Threat after, I'm going to take your car away. Threat after threat after threat after threat. This is what cops are supposed to do when taking a police report on stalking, TPD. It's not hard. You do need a log of evidence, right? We got all this here. This is what the guy was complaining about. He found one email 7 years after the fact that only went to him, and it was only one email. So, and it's about, actually, she's more worried about his opponents or somebody who went against him doing something, and nobody else got it. You can't affect change with one email to one guy. Nobody else got anything about it. So she's not trying to make a change here. I'm seasoned, Mr. Perry. You can't send one email to one fucking guy, the new guy, and expect to get anything changed. So if you thought that was a political vendetta, I didn't email my rep. My rep was John Frullo. It was never you. So, I mean, you're a peon. I remember I have very powerful people helping me now that you're pissing off every time you contact me, every day that you rape me in my house, peeping, every day that you start trying to, threaten and harass me, every day that I'm broke, every day Mike Neely's in jail. Okay? You piss them off. Then they start getting what you just said and your people's names and you guys' code words, and all that's going to be used to get convictions against you. Why else would we have that, Mr. Powell? They're going to deal with whatever it is you want to serve me. The prosecutor's dealing with it. He told me hands off. You are obstructing justice. I'll tell you that right now. You're in a lot of trouble too. I don't think you understand. You have sat back and believed you've gone around and told people Charles lied to me and he had me fooled, and you've not done anything to correct it. You're still pursuing his lie. So don't sit there and act like you're super Christian. That gets on people's nerves, by the way, because you run around acting holier than thou. And you're just as bad as Charles. You're exactly the same. Depraved indifference to human life. You don't give a fuck who's he's hurting or how bad it. I mean, have you ever heard a little kid scream and cry because they lost their mom or their home? I have, more than once. Once you hear that, you'll never forget it. Here's the thing. Your Bible, Mr. Powell, Mr. Super Christian, it says, I was in jail, I was in the hospital, I was starving, and you didn't feed me. Depart from me, I don't know you. The greatest commandment is you love one another and treat each other like you want to be treated. What would you do if somebody was doing to you what Charles Perry and David Robertson and this crowd of weirdos, sex pervert, cop killers, are doing to me and my family? It says, if you do it to the least of these, you've done it to me. Get away from me. Depart from me. If you've offended somebody, you fix it. Charles, get out of my phone right now. Did I ask you what you think? I did not. Nobody understands why you constantly got to say what you think. No one cares. Why do you think anyone cares what you think? I moved twice not to have to hear what you think, whack job. You don't even make sense. Act your age. You're not the victim here. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. You've come up here and caused loss after loss after loss, and you made a lot of trouble, and you're making people very angry. Is that what makes you you get some sick thrill just pissing people off all day because you don't have a date, you don't have a cover-up, nobody will help you, will they? They're helping us. People hate your guts. Why can't you get that? Shut up. People hate you. You're the offender. You're committing the crime. You're the one getting told on. And nobody will help you. Everybody hates your guts. Everybody hates your guts. We're all sick of you. Everybody's sick of you. No one invited you into my home in Oklahoma so you can come and tear everything up and rape me, and then you tell me what I'm going to do. Fuck you. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. And you're forgetting who you're talking to. I'm quoting you, bitch. You're not quoting me. Are you? Name one of my guys quote one meeting. Oh yeah, you can't. No one will help you. Everybody fucking hates you. They're sick of this. You weren't invited here. No one asked you what you think. So shut up. Get out of my phone. So, those are acts of negligence. How much worse for it is someone who causes someone to be imprisoned, like Mike Neely, and you did it to me for 2 months. You didn't test my blood, Matt. What was in it that was making me sick? You didn't rule out or confirm arsenic. You didn't let TPD do it, and you didn't do it while I was in your custody. Charles knew I had arsenic in my blood. He knew that. You know why? He had them give it to me. He was trying to kill me. The first thing David said is, you're going to recant your claims that he's a stalker, or I'm going to put you in the lake. And then when I wouldn't do it, then they start trying to kill me. Mr. Powell, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You made it your business not to know. So now you've gone into court and you've lied for Charles, while going around and telling everybody I believed his lie. And I shouldn't have done that. It was a colossal mistake. Didn't you say that? Isn't that a quote of you? It was a colossal mistake. I should have gotten to know Cynthia when she lived here. And then I never would have fallen for the crap. But you did fall for the crap, and you're still falling for the crap. Or you're telling people you're not falling for the crap, but you're going into court and telling the judge, here's the crap. So my prosecutor is going to deal with you. I don't need to, he said. I think they're all about to put you in jail. This has gone on for 10 years. Don't you think he's about done? They want all of you. The ones that are helping us, they're fine. The rest of you, I don't know what to tell you. You were told to stop, and you just didn't. You just dish it up every day. Here's your shovel, dig away, and boy, how do you guys do. You're just sitting in a pile of criminal excrement, and you just keep shitting and keep shitting and keep, and we're like, wow, this is so easy, it's not even fair. I don't know what to do here. I mean, it's literally so easy, it's not fair. Doesn't get any easier than when the bad guy comes right to you and sits right next to you and just shits criminal excrement and just shits it and shit. So, why is Mike Neely still in jail, Charles? Why? Did you have nothing to do with that murder? If you had nothing to do with the murder, why is Mike Neely still in jail? You guys, Mr. Powell, were calling him all the time, weren't you? Asking him to pull me over. Asking him we got to get her on harassment. We're going to lie. And they're all like, well, I'm not seeing the harassment. Guess how much she calls us? Never. You guys call us constantly. You're harassing. We got shit to do. We have real crimes to solve. You're asking us to look into this and look into that, and nothing ever comes of it. Because she's actually not doing a fucking thing wrong. Why are you in Oklahoma? Why are you calling Oklahoma? Go home to your families. Go home to your families. Didn't he say that? Something so that, I'm paraphrasing clearly, but so why is Michael Neely, Mr. Powell, still in jail? You did it to the least of these. You're doing it to me. Depart. It's not an act of negligence here. You did something intentional to cause a man to be in prison who shouldn't be in prison. You did it to me too. Where's my blood test, Mr. Powell? You got a thing for obstructing justice, don't you? I'm telling you right now, you need to comply with the law. Okay? Now either you get that or you don't. And what happens after that, not my problem. Not fucking my problem. You're a grown man. You can choose. Charles Perry, we found out, has Huntington's disease. He's Looney Tune. Certified diagnosed nutbag. Nuttier than a fruitcake. Can't understand a fucking thing you say. Can't do it. Can't do cause and effect. Can't do same and different. Can't do before and after. Can't be normal. Can't get off his ass and go work. Can't stop bothering everybody. Can't stop perverting around. Can't control himself at all. Needs to be in a nursing home very badly. So, what's your excuse? Mr. Perry gets caught and goes right back at it. No normal person does that. No sane person does the same thing every day that gets you the same results you say you don't want. No one. And everybody runs around. How does she know? How'd she find out? How'd she know? She has Bittencourt's name. How'd she get his name? Well, when Charles contacts me, when he invades my privacy, when he takes my money and I'm broken, the longer Mike's in jail, there's some very powerful people you're pissing off and they get what you just said. They find that out. And they get that information to take you guys to court to put you in jail so you can't hurt people anymore. No more screaming, crying kids because you blew their life up. No more of that. Because when you do that to the least of these, you've done it to our Lord, Mr. Powell. Don't tell people that I know that you're a Christian man, because I don't want them to think that's what God is like, the way you live your life. I don't want them to think that, because the God I know is nothing like you. You're a fucking hypocrite. You're a liar. And you're a cheat. As much as Charles Perry is, you're a fraud as much as he is. You go into court and you say something that you know good and well isn't true. Charles, get out of my fucking phone. Did I ask you what you think, Connie Curry? No, I did not. I moved twice not to ever again have to hear what you think. When you go into court, Mr. Powell, and you say something that you know good and well is not factual, or you conceal something that you know is not factual, Charles, get out of my phone. I don't care what you think. Nobody understands why you think I do, loony. You're a fucking fruitcake. You're a fucking fruitcake. Get out of my phone. So, when you go into court and you with conceal material facts that you know that would completely change the outcome, or you lie, straight up lie, then that's a perjury. How many times have you done that, sir? How many times my guys know exactly how many times, Mr. Powell. So the prosecutor said, I'm like, did they file something? Is it state? Is it federal? What is it? He goes, fuck that. I'm going to deal with it. Don't even worry about it. You tell them they're going to deal with me on that. Okay? So when they make arrests and all that stuff, then I'm sure Mr. Powell, he'd be happy to sit down and discuss what you did that you think you want to serve, or whatever it is you're going to do that you think you want to serve. I'm not at that club because your buddy, Charles and Dave, are running prostitution out of that club and drug trafficking out of that club. So they don't want me at that club. Here's the thing. I said I don't go back to that club unless I'm waitressing, and I'm not going to waitress unless Amanda's gone. I've never in my life, I've worked in, listen, so somebody said, the way that girl acted with a professional woman like Cynthia, who worked with surgeons and dignitaries like John Ensign and Harry Reid and Rick Perry, acts like she did, I wouldn't put up with that either. I'd leave too, and I wouldn't go back while she's there either. I worked at that club since he opened it, 8 years. Never has anybody acted the way that girl does. Never. Never has anybody done that. I'm in that club 24/7, have access. I've got a key. I've got a code to the safe. She has to come to me to get the money out of the safe to set it up behind the bar to open the club, so that when customers come in, they can get change and stuff like that. She has to come to me. She didn't have a code to the safe. I do. She has to come to me to get the money. She's coming up short, not me. And yet, she shuts the door to get behind the bar and the kitchen. You go through a kitchen and then you go into the bar where you can serve people and there's the cash register and all that. Okay, well, I had some food in there I needed to eat. I hadn't eaten all day long. I go in, she starts screaming, I'm going to call Paul. You come back here when I'm back here. You'll take my money. Oh my God. I have 24/7 access to the money. I'm not coming up short. You are. No money is missing until you're here. So yes, I've worked with dignitaries. I got some very powerful people helping me now, Mr. Perry. I don't need that. I'm not going to be around that. If you wanted me at the club, she'd be gone and I'd be waitressing. You don't want me at the club because she's drug trafficking. The bouncer said that. She won't come back out here unless she's waitressing, or if Amanda's still here, and she's running drugs for those guys, so she's not going anywhere. So why would you expect me to go at the club, Mr. Powell, so you can serve me? Because Charles and Dave are making sure I'm not at the club. They're drug trafficking through Amanda, and they're prostituting Sadie. I don't think Sadie wants to. Sadie's driving a crap car, getting $1,000 to $5,000 thrown on her on stage, and she's giving all that to Dave and Charles. They give her what? What do you guys give her? Canned food like you do everybody else? So you can beat down women? Does that make you feel like a tough guy, Charles? You're a pissant and nothing more. Okay? I'm happy you're a cop killer pervert pissant. I'm happy to be the one to call you a name. It's the least we can do for what you've put everybody else through. You hear one kid scream and cry the way I have more than once because you blew up their life. The least we can do is call you a name. Do you understand me? You got a problem with that? You little pussy coward. Why didn't you face me in court like a man? 3 times. 3 times. You went duck hunting with that fucking judge. Didn't you? How do I know that? You're pissing off a powerful, very powerful people that can tell me stuff like that. You went duck hunting with Judge Cummings. Okay? We don't respect people who beat down women and children. Okay? What does it say, Mr. Powell? Your Bible? Mr. Holier Than Thou? If you cause one of these little ones to fall, it's better for you that a millstone is hung around your neck and you be thrown into the sea. It's not better for the kid. Jesus said, it's better for you that you're dead. What do you think that means? Don't you think that means he took it extremely seriously when you hurt a child? My children, both of my children. Both of my children. I heard a little girl screaming and crying for her mother. Mr. Perry ripped her mother away from her and sold her and made a profit and didn't give a fuck about the kid. And you're promoting that. Okay? Depart from me, I don't know you. Maybe you have to hear that one day, maybe not. As long as we're still alive, we can fix what we broke. As much as we can, right? So all I'm doing is quoting your Bible to you, Mr. Holier Than Thou Powell. I'm not going to a strip club. And yes, I'm a professional woman. I'm catching crime no one else has caught. I have the balls to fight some very bad people who could cap my ass at any moment. And we all know that. You could walk up and have me shot, I'm dead. Just like that. We all know that you could do that anytime. The thing is, I'm going to fight for those children. And if you want to kill me, you're going to kill me. If you want me dead, you're going to make sure I'm dead. But I'm not going to die being your bitch. I'm going to die because fighting. I will die fighting. Do you understand me? All these years, it's been a decade. I have fought you off and kicked you and screamed at you and kicked you off and fought you off. We're in the land of the free, home of the brave. I'm an American. I'm a professional businesswoman. I don't go work with 8 years. There was a couple of chicks that were just like fighting people. They had boundaries and they still did not act like Amanda. That pathetic. That's stupid. Who thought that up? Huh? Make sure you shut the door so she can't get access to the money she's had access to for 24/7. Well, before you even walked in the door, she had access to that money. But now since you're here, you got to guard it from her. She had to go open the safe for you and get the money for you and give it to you. So now you have access to it and you need to guard her from it. She can't even eat. You're going to scream and cry and call the owner. Who thought that up? That sounds like a Charles Perry thing right there. That sounds like that was your idea. You're that fucktard. You come up with bullshit just like that. You and Calvin. Stupid. So, I'm a professional woman. I've been around dignitaries. I have some very powerful people after your ass protecting me. You think I'm going to put up with that? You're off your nut. So, yes, Mr. Powell, you're not going to see me at that club putting up with that. In 8 years, nobody has worked at that club that acts like that. Okay? Are we clear? I'm not repeating this. I've said this before. I'm not going to repeat it again. I don't work with that. I'd rather sleep in my fucking car. Okay? Is that what you want? Fine. You're out. Am I? You going to come tell me we're going to make you leave the state? Here's a bus pass. You can go to anywhere but to New Mexico. Do it. I dare you to do it. Then you're going to prove out all kinds of recordings and you're going to piss people off. What did I tell you, Charles, when you kept saying, I'm going to get you kicked out of your apartment? And I said, if you do that, you will pay. You will pay. After that is when we start getting your guys' names. Blankenship Desiree, Baldfat Calvin. When long after that, Lucius Geppetto, Sonjay, Beverly, Kate, Renee, James, Ruben, Andrew, Lawrence. All of a sudden, here it comes. Oscar Betancourt. There it is. You paid. Your money to buy you a cover-up bought us all that intel. You forget who it is you're talking to. Yeah, you're a pissant. Alright, so this is the thing that we got today. Because when you contact me, when you take my money, when you cause me a problem, when you harass and threaten and bully me, and the longer I'm broken, the longer Mike's in jail, the more we get. So, here's Gingerbread Man. Right? Can't make Papa John's on this one. No, you cannot. You get anywhere near me, I'll beat the fuck out of you. You might have to cap my ass. And you know what? As long as I die fighting, that's all that matters to me. Look at this. I'm sitting 24/7 access to a fucking safe full of money. It doesn't need garden from me until she gets there. Who thought that up? What a fucking stupid. I mean, we're just like, wow, criminals are stupid or they wouldn't be criminals. and this is what the bouncer said. If she says she's not coming back until Amanda's gone, Amanda's still trafficking drugs for those guys, so she's not going anywhere. Don't hold your breath. I mean, it's just not going to happen. She works for Charles and Dave. She's trafficking their drugs. These guys are traffickers. This is organized crime. So, she's not going anywhere. So, I don't think Cynthia's going to be back. Not likely, Charles. It was weird how all this happened. Because she's bullying and doing this shit like that. We're going to frame you for stealing. I'm going to steal the money and then we're going to say you did it. Because Calvin told you to do that, right, Amanda? Calvin and Charles, and they call you and Dave and tell you, here's what you're going to do when she sets up the money. We'll say she stole it. You take it, we'll say she stole it. So I quit setting up the money. And she comes in the night. We don't count the money until the end of the night. But I'm getting ready to leave, so she comes in about like 10. Oh, we got $200 missing. You got to pull the cameras and call Paul. All the time. I'm going to go in and get my food. I'm going to call Paul. Oh my gosh. Where's your passy and your blankie, huh? I'm a professional woman. I've worked with Harry Reid, Senator Ensign, Governor Perry. What the fuck is this? I don't put up with this. I don't work with this. I'd rather sleep in my car. Thanks. It's more dignity for me to fucking sleep in my car than work with that, Mr. Perry. So now Mr. Powell's so sad because I'm not at the club for him to serve me another fraudulent court, whatever. Is he trying to, I don't even know if he's filed it yet or not. I don't know. The prosecutor told me stay out of it. I got it. I'm going to get this bitch. He's going to deal with me. So, she comes in. There's money missing. Look at the cameras. Call Paul. You took the money away. I'm looking at her and I go, no. I didn't open the bag. We heard about what you're going to do. So I no longer open the bag and set the money up. What I do now is take the bag out of the safe that you don't have access to. I have access to it 24/7. I've been sitting here with it for hours. Oddly, not a penny is missing until you get here. So, what I do now, since we heard you talking about it, the cops recorded it, they got it, played it for me, I get the bag and I put it on the counter and you fucking set it up. Okay? I didn't know. Yeah. Bye-bye. That's all. She goes running out, comes running back in. The DJ had it. Anyways. Bye-bye. That's all. Get out of my face. You're wasting my time. Who thought that up? So, Mr. Powell, do you really think I'd rather sleep in my car than... I'm not going to be around that. I'm not going to work with that. What's going to happen is, every day that I'm broke, Mr. Perry's going to pay. They're already paying. You guys are already paying in ways you've not had to pay before. Like Mr. Powell's constantly, can we not get her served? Can we not get an address and get her served? Okay? Something about a wedding cake today. You are off your nut. Mr. Perry traffics women. Mr. Perry needs to completely destroy them so they're easier to traffic. Get the driver's license, get the social security card, get all the personal documents, the birth certificate. Take the car, destroy their finances, destroy their family support system. Tell her cousin to tell her, you're not welcome at my home anymore. And ruin. That way, they think they have no choice but to agree to be trafficked. It's called the crime of extortion and coercion, because you're going to make a profit when you sell the person. You've done it over. You have a list, we hear. You said I shouldn't have put Cynthia on the list. You think? Colossal mistake, Matt, that you're going along with this. This is serious crime, sir. You're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. You can make a difference or you can make excuses, but you cannot do both. I made my choice. I've gone through some adversity, but no hero comes from nothing. Everybody can have a great life and do great things when everything's fine. You're only a hero if you can make a difference and do things nobody else has done in adversity, under duress. Okay, our shrink says she is a high functioning under extreme prolonged duress. We couldn't have gotten anybody better for this than her. Most people would have cracked by now. And she just, boy, how do you go at her? Boy, it pisses her off, and it's motivation for her. Most people would crumble, not her. She gets mad. She just goes at it. I do. That's my personality. You piss me off, I'm going to kick your ass. We get information just like that. Right, Mr. Perry? You've not seen anything like it before. Your guy said that. When we piss her off, because Charles pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we haven't seen before. You can't say that, Mr. Powell. You're just status quo. You're just scum like them. Don't go around saying you're a Christian to anybody I know. I don't want them to think that you're God's like you. Okay? God's all about lifting the heavy off of people. Relieving suffering caused by crime. Justice. The truth. He's the God of justice and the truth. I don't know what the hell God it is. You guys learn that at Southcrest. Here's where you go to church to learn how to lie and get away with it and commit a crime and ruin and kill people and get away with it. So Mr. Perry does all that. Then he forged my name to a marriage license and a power of attorney so that he can get access illegally to financial matters that should be protected by privacy laws so he could destroy my finances. And that was 4 years ago and he got caught. I guess no other victim finds that out. Lucky asked me, did you sign a marriage license? Why, Lucky, would I do that? Mr. Powell, Lucky drove all the way to that club. I lived 2 minutes from Manford Police Department. He drove all the way to Inola to talk to me. Why is that? Didn't you call Chief Ridley not long after the murder? And didn't you ask him? We didn't have anything to do with that fight, did we? Because at first everybody thought it was a drunken brawl, right? Until we go, well, shit, Mike has not a mark on him. And he was drugged. And then and that was March 2020. May, sure as shit, Matt. Narcan is what he was given. He didn't have a bump on his head, Matt. How do you beat somebody to death so hard they die of internal decapitation like they were in a car crash and have not a mark on you, Mr. Powell? How's that? Can you explain that? Have you gotten an expert to explain that? Yeah, you can't do it, sir. You can't do it. Guess who stepped up for Mike? Me. Me. Wasn't you. Is that how your God does things? When I'm in prison, you don't come see me. Depart from me. So how much worse is it for someone who makes somebody go to prison through a fraud? You sure want to serve me? You sure you want to serve me? I'm not sure I'd recommend that. I think you might want to rethink it. We've heard you say it a bunch, which means you're pissing off people with a hell of a lot of power that are helping me find out stuff just like that. Okay? Just want to make sure you have full disclosure, Mr. Powell. Okay, so there's that. I can imagine a professional woman like Cynthia would not want to be around that and wouldn't go back. I wouldn't either. Doesn't have to. Actually, if Mr. Perry would get his hands on my wallet, I can make money doing a lot of different things. The longer I'm broke, Charles, the more we're going to get to put you in jail and get a conviction. You're sitting in a pile of criminal excrement. You've never been caught this much in your life. You're running all around going, who's my leaks and who are they leaking to? How'd she find out? Oh my God. I gotta have a wedding now to cover up my forgery. Our shrink is like, if he liked women, he would do what women like, just like all other guys do. This fail goes around doing what deviant men like. If she said, here's what I like in men and here's what I don't like, he does everything she hates and nothing she likes. I don't go out with men unless they make sure I don't miss a meal. I'm going to starve her till she lies. Okay, well, then he wants the lie. He's chasing the lie. And the more he chases the lie, the more truth we get. Have you not noticed the cause and effect? Huh? You little pissant who likes to beat down women and kids to feel tough? We can call you a name. It's the least we can do. You have that coming. You have a lot more coming than that. Okay? Does that hurt your feelings? Do we need to get you a tissue? Huh? You have no problem. I'm hearing kids scream and cry because you did something to blow up their lives and you don't give a fuck. Your only question is, who told on me? And you think you're a victim because somebody called you a name. If it was your daughter, what would you? Your daughter's raped and she called the rapist a name? You going to feel bad for the rapist? Are you going to get him a tissue? Are you going to go pat him on the back and tell him you're sorry? Or are you going to be there with your daughter? Huh? Yeah. See, no one cares how you think, and your little feelings got hurt because we called you a name. In fact, people are outraged that you have the nerve. You have the nerve. I'd be very careful about complaining any more than you already have. And asking any more than you already have who told on me. I'd be very careful. Okay? You're instigating, you're provoking, you're antagonizing. And I'll tell you what. We are kicking your criminal ass like it has never been kicked before. And they're about to get going even harder. Because you have the nerve to act like you're the victim. And you have the nerve to ask me who's leaking. Still. Every day I've told you the same thing. I'm not told that. I wouldn't fucking help you if I was. You got a lot of nerve that you would even ask me. You don't blow somebody's life up and then threaten to blow it up a little more and a little more and a little more and then think they're going to help you. What he said is, it's inappropriate for you to contact her at all. If you want some help, you give back what you took and you get the fuck out of her life and I will call you. Get the fuck out of my life. And then he'll call you. It's inappropriate for you to contact me. Very inappropriate. He will call you. He's the decision maker anyway. It's not up to you. It's not up to me. But he's on my side. It's up to him. When we quote you, it's not up to you, is it? Nope, it's up to him. Charles, do not contact me again. I fucking hate it. When you do, we get more. Everybody else listen to this because Cuckoo Bird can't get what I'm saying. He can't do it. When you contact me, we get more. You're pissing off people with a lot of power. When you contact me, invade my privacy and take my money, we get more. You're pissing off people with a lot of power. You're violating me. It's vulgar. You're pissing people off. Normal people. Normal people who can act normal. Or respect the law. Why can't you? Charles can't function at all, much less high level. Okay, so... God. So we got all this. When you contact me, when you take my money, when you cause problems for me, you invade my privacy, they invade yours. Okay? You like how that feels when somebody invades your privacy? Charles, don't contact me. Listen to the words I'm saying. I don't care what you think. Nobody understands why you think I do, Connie. I moved twice, not to ever again have to hear what you think. Everybody's sick of hearing what you think. You have a lot of nerve. No one invited you here. Nobody. Name one of my guys, quote one of their meetings. And then ask Mr. Bentoncourt. Ask Mr. Bentoncourt who it is you are talking to. Okay? You don't seem to get it. You're not getting it. Anyways, okay, so we got all this, Mr. Powell, because you pissed off people with a lot of power today. Where is she? I gotta get her served. Can we get her served? We gotta shut her up. You're obstructing justice. Right now, I'm telling you, you're obstructing justice. You need to stop. You have all along. You didn't get my blood test, did you? No. You didn't come see me in prison. You didn't feed me when I was hungry. You didn't come see me in the hospital. Depart. I don't know you. How much worse is it for somebody who causes it? Intentionally. I mean, you're the Christian. You're the holier than thou. Everybody complains about how you act like you're a holier than thou. Come up here and... So didn't you guys talk to Chief Ridley? Did we cause the fight? Did we... he says, we don't know. We've had some people talk to Mike, and he just cries and says he's sorry and can't remember anything. Okay, do you know we have that? You got wiretap orders and crap on you. So who serve me with what? Yeah, another fraud? Serve me with what? I think the prosecutor's going to deal with you on that, sir. Yeah. So we got all this today because a pissant little bitch who beats down women and kids and blows up their lives and hurts people, and only concern is who told on me, pestered me and threatened me and harassed me and pestered me and threatened me and harassed me and pestered me and threatened me and harassed me constantly all day again. And when he did that, he pissed off a lot of people with a whole lot of power. I had bills due today that they're contractual obligations that didn't get paid again. Okay? When you do the crime to me, what happens, everybody? Dickie, aren't you the one that gets me? Can you explain to these people? Because when I'm saying it, they can't understand the words I'm saying. Maybe if you try, they'll get it. We got a bunch of slow, Lubbock people are slow. Look at that. When you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, they invade yours. Do you like that, Mr. Perry? You like just pissing people off, and then you sit back and watch everybody fight, huh? You just like causing conflict, don't you? That's just kind of you feel in control. If you can just sit around and piss everybody off and cause a conflict, and then you just sit there and watch everybody fight and go, yeah, I did that. Because you can't control you. You got a sex weirdo problem, and you're its bitch. You're a slave to it. You're a slave to your desires. And you know. It's a dumpster or a jail cell, and only then do I look attractive. Right? The girlfriend that I've been dancing with pulls me into the bathroom. What the fuck did Joe get me into? I just came to work. What did he get me into? This guy comes in from Texas. These rich guys come in. You have to make Cynthia like Charles, or find me a way to false arrest her again. And she's going to sit in jail until she does. And it's till she's so miserable that only then do I look attractive. And she goes, that is not my job. That is not my job to make him like you. It's his job to be attractive so you'll like him. And you don't do that by doing what he's doing. So what's really going on? This isn't about a date. What's really going on here? What did Joe get me into? I came to just work. What did he get me into? I said, I can't tell you that, but I'll have somebody be in touch. My guys came to see her, right? If you can get guys to go in and pretend to be a customer, you think they can't? Yeah, they can and they do and they have. So how many of the girls did they talk to? And where are those girls now? Yeah, you won't. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. What all did they tell? They told on you. You little pissant. What are you going to do now? You want your little tissue? Your dolly in a blankie? What problem has your doll solved ever? Name one problem. It gets us a shit ton of intel. Go pray to your doll. Ask Geppetto to do some wiki to tell you what day your arrest will be. Okay? Some trust in chariots, some in horses. We will trust in God. We cuss like a motherfucker, but we treat people right, Matt. I've slept in my car and not eaten for days so that I can help all those kids who screamed and cried for hours when Mr. Perry blew up their life. And you hear that one time and you will never be the same again. And I hope that after you listen to this, you hear it as you try to sleep. I hope you hear screaming, crying 5-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds whose life Charles blew up and gave no fucks at all about anything except how did you find out? Who told on me? It's between you and God at the end of the day, not me and you. Now, as far as your service is between you and my prosecutor, and he'll be in touch. Okay? Don't obstruct me. You like obstructing justice and destroying evidence. You also did not get a blood test. You're the one went around telling everybody, I have made a colossal mistake. She's torpedoed my case. Right? Didn't you say that? I should have taken the time to get to know her when she lived here, and then I wouldn't have fallen for Charles's crap. But you're still falling for it, aren't you? He showed you who he is. Believe him. Okay? Everybody else is very frustrated with him, tired of the delusion and tired of the lies. Why aren't you? I mean, we're all sick of it. Why aren't you? Nobody invited him to Oklahoma to come up here and blow up people's lives. So, go home to your family, Charles. I don't date bitches like you. I don't date little piss hands who beat down women and kids thinking that makes them tough. I don't date guys who aren't working very hard all day and have something interesting to talk about. I don't date men who, the guy's like, I listened to the same podcast that he listened to. He said she changed her mind, and I didn't get that at all. Turns out she did not, right? Once again, he's delusional, something he hallucinated. Yep. He's a mentally ill person. I just said that. He's got Huntington's disease. We found out because when he contacts me, when he takes something from me, they take from him. They're going to use it in court to get a conviction so he doesn't take anymore. That's what cops do. It's called relieve suffering caused by crime. That's what law enforcement does. It's the one and only job of a cop. Relieve suffering caused by crime. That's all you got to do all day long. Charles, when you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, we find out more. When you contact me, you piss off people with a lot of power, so we find out more. Charles, you're pissing off people with a lot of power, going at me, so things are happening you've never seen before. You're not wanted. You're not loved. You're a fucking reject. And you're told on, and told on, and told on, and caught, and told on, and caught, and told on, and you got nothing else. Nothing else at all. Now, get the fuck off me. Get the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck away from me and my family. Get the fuck away from me. As much as you're caught, nobody understands why you think you have a choice. What he says is if you want help, it's very inappropriate for you to contact her. So stop contacting her. If you really want help, I will call you under one condition. First of all, you have to act like you understand me, or you're wasting my time. Let me tell you something. As much as I'm like this, I'm going to say it once for you and then I'm done. You get it or you don't. The guy will flat walk off. If you can't, well, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. He'll flat look at you like, oh, bad thing. Wow. Poor you. And he'll flat walk. He doesn't care. He'll walk off. You better keep up with him. He's not slowing down for you. He's going to say it once. You better get it. You better get it. He's very fast-paced, very impatient, but he's very good at what he does. He's doing stuff you've not seen before. That's on my side. I'm a lot like that. I don't have patience. I'm not going to help you with the puppets and the crayons. I'm not a special ed teacher. You keep up with me. I'm not slowing down for you. And why am I having to repeat myself? I shouldn't have to. You're wasting my fucking time. When you start wasting my time, we get more because it's pissing us all off that I'm having to say the same thing to you over and over. Most people don't have to be told a lot of this at all. Much less over and over and over and over. And you still fucking don't get it. When you when you do the crime to me, you get caught. Why is that? Why is it different when you do it to me? Calvin, bald, fat Calvin, Betancourt, Oscar. Why? Huh? Can't y'all restrain Charles? Geppetto. Can't you restrain? I mean, tell them what day their arrest is going to be. Do your little wiki. Pray to the doll. Right? Not seen anybody act like y'all act. Not seen it. So he said, act like you understand me. I'm not wasting my time talking to you. I'm going to talk to you and I'm going to say it one time. Give it back and get out. Give back what you took from her. Fix what you broke and get the fuck out. I'll call you and we'll see what we can do. I'm not promising anything. We'll see what we can do. But you're not going to hear from me at all until I'm handcuffing you. Until you give it back and you get the fuck out of her life. Charles. Shut up. Get out of my phone. Get out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my fucking phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get out of my fucking phone. Illegal access to my electronic device is illegal. It's prohibited by law. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get out of my phone. Okay? Get out of it. I don't care what you think. No one understands why you think I care what you think. Constantly with the threats. Threaten, harass, threaten. Constantly. Shut up. Get out of my phone. Do not contact me again. If you do it anyway, you're going to pay. Okay? We'll get more of this. And you asked for it. Okay? You fucking asked for it. Every day. Threatens. You're out. We're going to starve you until you lie. We're going to deprive you of food and shelter. Intending to coerce you. And so we got all that. You paid for it. You're paying for it again. What the fuck is the deal with a wedding cake? Take the wedding cake and shove it up your ass. Anybody misunderstood the podcast yesterday and think I actually changed my mind? Are you as delusional as Wacky Jackie here? Look, get out of my phone, Charles. When you're in my phone, you pay for it. Here it is, right here. All this will be used against you in a court of law. Because you can't shut up. You never shut up. I don't care what you think. I moved twice not to have to hear what you think. We're going to take her car. Please take her car. Please pull her over. Please take her car. Please pull her over. Please take her. Constantly. I'm going to have you pulled over. I'm going to take your car. Oh my. Get the fuck out of my phone. Look at that. That's the first you know of, but not the first. Any other victim have a McNamara email? Now we got a double jeopardy email. Okay? We got a Mike is drugged email. We got a, can't we get her to take the yellow brick road? Give her a bus pass and make her go out of Oklahoma, but not to New Mexico. She got too many connections in New Mexico. Do I? How will you know where my connections are? You don't know anything about me. You don't fucking know a fucking thing about me. But they got me a Fabian puzzle in jail. Get her back to Texas where we can do more to her. Yeehaw. Beat down the woman. Bunch of hillbilly misogynists. It's the 21st century. We don't act like that anymore. We don't act like that. You violate human rights, you're going to get somebody after your ass. Right, Calvin? We got that. Look at that. Got to get her kicked out of her home. So can't do it. We can't take her money and make it about non-payment, interfere with a contract. With intent to coerce. So we'll do it on smoking. Well, a couple days later, she did try. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. I got it before, not after Calvin, who's bald and fat. What did I tell you? You get me kicked out of my apartment, you will pay. After that, we got all kinds of names. Those names are going into court to get a conviction. So you're in jail And there's your consequences. We all have consequences. Act like a grown-ass man, Charles. Act your age. Stop embarrassing me. Stop embarrassing your family. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. Why are you here all the time? You don't have a legit reason to be in Oklahoma. You sure are pissing off people with the power to get that. Okay? You want to keep pissing everybody off? Getting us more of that? Huh? If you didn't kill Chief Miller, why is Mike Neely still in jail? Huh? Okay, everybody get it? We're sick of it. We're sick of you, Poke and Peep. We're sick of you. You're a sick man. You're a deviant. You attract deviant men, not women. You repulse women. You repulse us. You're by yourself. You don't have a date. You don't have a love life. You're sitting around watching TV. A 6-month-old baby girl can do that. Go get the dolls and sit in front of the TV, watch TV and pretend. You're pathetic. You're just pathetic. And it's embarrassing. We're embarrassed for you. Now, leave me the fuck alone. If you want my guy to call you, he said act like he understood what he said. Her privacy is not to be invaded. You don't contact her. It's very inappropriate. Stop contacting her. Don't contact her family. Also, very inappropriate. And she's not to be broke anymore. You get Mike Neely home. Give it back and get the fuck out. And if you can't understand those words, I'm not dignifying you with a fucking minute of my time. I'm busy getting the intel that we're going to use to get convictions so nobody has to be bothered by you anymore ever again. No more screaming kids because you blew up a life. Okay? I'm done talking to you. I'm fucking done with you. We're tired of your stupid. I don't have time for stupid either. I don't have the patience for it. I'm not a special ed teacher. Get yourself a nurse.